Welcome back, boys and girls, to Math Minute 4. This is Mr. Heidekwich. I'm going to be walking you through this, but just like anything else, before I start, I'm going to put my name on it, and then I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a little bit clearer as you're working along from home. If I read through my directions now that I've had my name on it and I'm zoomed in, it says use the pictograph to complete questions 1 and 2. Pictograph is just this thing here. Okay, it's just a tool used to show or represent how many of something equal. And you should have seen graphs before. So in this case, we have circles, triangles, and squares. Each shape represents 1. Okay, sometimes there's a little key at the bottom that says they equal 2 or 5, but in this case, it's only 1. So number 1 says, which shape was found most often? And number 2 says, how many squares were found? So all you have to do is look at your pictograph and answer those questions. And when you do that, after you finish that, you can just unpause and move the video on. If you've started back up again, you can see that for number 1, the shape circle was found most often. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's more than any other shape, because if I look down here, I don't see any shapes underneath. That tells me there's more circles than anything else. And there were 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how I fill in my answers. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6, I'm just going to have you look through and complete on your own. Again, just pause the video when you're ready to start, and then start it back up again when you're finished with those 4, and you can check your work. Now that you're back with me, I'm going to tell you that number 3 is a number pattern. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I'm just counting by 2s, so the missing number in this case was 10. Number 4, circle the digit in the hundreds place. This is my ones place. This is my tens place, which makes this my hundreds place. So again, it goes ones, tens, hundreds. Number 5, Shane has 3 toy cars. Liam has 7 toy cars. How many toy cars do they have altogether? This altogether tells me that I'm going to add 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 cars. And then number 6 says, look at the shaded figure, this one. Circle the figure that is the same size and shape. Well, kids, there's a name for that we'll get into a little bit later, but I want you to write this down. That name or that word is congruent. C-O-N-G-R-U-E-N-T. And that means same size, same shape. So as we go through 3rd grade, we'll start to use this word more often. Congruent means same size, same shape. The congruent figure here, this has 6 sides. If you count them, this is a hexagon. And so the only other hexagon is shape letter B. So you should have circled B. The next set of directions say use the number line to complete questions 7 through 10. So I'll go ahead and pause and reset my camera. You can go ahead and start your work and pause your camera, and then just check in when you're finished to make sure you have them right and you know how to use the number line to do them. Now that you're back with me, I have the answers written in, but I'm also going to show you how to use the number line just in case you forgot. So number 7 says 5 plus 6 more equals 11. So in this case, I'm going to start at the number 5. This is my starting point on my number line. And all I'm going to do is add 6 more. When I do that, I show that by making rainbow curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see that the last number I landed on was 11, which matches my answer here. For number 8, I'm going to start at the number 4. And this time, I'm going to add 9. So I have my starting point in green, and I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in this case, I landed on the number 13, which matches my answer here. So when you do these, I just leave my rainbow curves. I don't try and make them bigger or smaller. Sometimes I put them underneath, but if you have more than one problem, you can just leave them up there as long as you know where you started from and where you're finishing. And you don't have to highlight your starting point all the time, but you can. And you can underline your finishing point. But as you use your number line more and more, if you do that, then pretty soon it's going to get pretty messy. So if we're using number lines, usually we try and keep them as clean as possible. Number 9, I'm starting at 8. This time I'm not going to highlight anything, and I'm only adding 3 more. So as long as I say 8, 1, 2, 3, and I add my way up, I end on 11 again, which matches my answer. And the last one, I start on number 7, the digit 7 I should say, and then I add 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I end on 12. So the real key to that is keeping your number line neat and organized. And kids, you don't have to use a number line, but if it helps you, I would strongly recommend that you do use it. And for assignments like this, I do want you to use it just so I know you know how to use it in case you ever have to. So thanks for listening. And I will see you next time on Math Minute. You need to move on to your math assignment for the day. Thanks, kids. Bye.